Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a haul video for you guys, and I know it's another haul and I just posted one, but this one is strictly beauty related and is all from America. Now I didn't actually go to America, but I had one of my friends go and also my parents. So I got them to pick up a few things for me that were quite a bit cheaper over there or that you couldn't actually get here in Australia. So I thought I would show you guys what I got. So the stuff is predominantly MAC. Also one thing from Sephora, and then I've thrown in the other kind of drugstore things in with the Sephora stuff as well. But I'm going to start with the MAC bag first. So all this MAC stuff is over 2 trips, so yeah, I didn't get just one person to get it. I got like some of it from one friend and then the rest from my parents. So the first thing is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and I am the colour NC15, which I was colour matched last year and I was just hoping that I was still the same shade, but thankfully I am and it matches perfectly. So it looks like this. It's got kind of like a matte top, and then it's like a pour bottle. I have to say that it smells really bad, like really gross, like really chemically. I don't know if they all smell like that or if it's just the American ones, I have no idea, because these are my first MAC purchases. But I have used this a few times since they brought it home and I really like it. So far so good with that. It'll probably be used in a tutorial sometime in the near future. Sticking with the base, the next thing is the MAC Mineralise Skinfinish Natural Powder, and I got this in the shade Medium. They've recently changed their packaging, so as you can see it looks different to having a clear lid, and I really like it. It's really nice. And it's kind of like magnet, like it's how do you say it? It's magnetic. So it's like that mirror there, which the old one didn't used to have a mirror, and then the product here. And I've also been using this non-stop since I got it, and I really like it as well. It doesn't keep me matte all day, but I'm yet to find something that does. But I really like it, and I really like the packaging too. The last thing from MAC are 4 lipsticks. I went a bit crazy with the lipsticks because there were quite a few that I've sort of been holding out buying, because here in Australia one MAC lipstick is $36, whereas over in the States they're $17 plus tax, and then once you convert it, I can't remember how much it is when you do the conversion stuff, but it's definitely nowhere near $36. So I picked up 4 of them. The first one is in the colour Patisserie, and it looks like this. It's basically like nude that's just basically kind of like a My Lips Better. This one has a bit of shimmer in it, and I really like it. I've used it quite a few times since getting it, and it's just a really easy everyday wearable colour. Next is Plumful. Oh, and I forgot to say, Patisserie is a luster finish, and so is Plumful, so they're just not as pigmented. They're more of like a shiny, more glossy kind of sheen. And this is like a plum colour. I haven't used this one yet actually, but I'm so excited too because it's beautiful. Then we have Ruby Woo, if I could get it out. There we go. Which is a retro matte formula. And I've used this before a couple of times and it's so nice. It's such a good red, really powdery, so it just definitely clings on. So if you have dry lips then I would steer away from this, but if your lips are in pretty good condition then it's good. But yeah, I love it. It's just such a beautiful colour. And last but not least for the MAC things and MAC lipsticks and all that kind of stuff is Rebel, which is a satin finish, and this is dark. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty much like a black purple, but it's so nice, and it's the kind of thing where you really have to be quite bold and gutsy to wear it because it's definitely a statement lip. But I love these kinds of shades for autumn and winter, which we're about to come into, and I've just seen so many people like make Rebel work, and I was like, I just need that. So yeah, I've got that one. The only thing I picked up from Sephora, or got my parents to pick up from Sephora, was the Naked palette, the Urban Decay original Naked palette. And I was umming and ahhing about which one to get, and in the end I just had to go the original. So I have used this a few times since getting it. It looks like that, so you've got a mirror up there, and then the shadows down there. And it also comes with a brush, which most of the time the brushes you get in palettes they're so crap, but this one's actually a really good decent brush. So I think it's like a I can't remember, like a crease and something brush, oh, I don't really know, but I've used it like this a few times and it's good. And then we have the eyeshadow palette here. Oh my goodness, is it just not beautiful? And this has been out for quite a few years now, but I've obviously only just got my hands on it and I'm in love already. It's just such a really easy to use, wearable, but really versatile palette. You can do so much with it, and the shades in it are just like insanely beautiful. Like, they just are really, really good. So I'm very happy to have this in my life because everybody raves about it and now I see what the fuss is about. Okay, onto the drugstore bits. The first thing is these Covergirl lipsticks. Now, there's actually a little bit of a story as to why I have two, and I think that they're the same shade technically, because when I look at them like this, they're the same, but as you can see, like, packaging is very different. So when my friend went, I asked her to pick one up for me, and it's this one, number 355 Tempt Seduction, or Tempt, or whatever you want to call it. But when she brought it back, it looks like this, and it's all like smushed and squidged and stuff, so it just didn't travel well, obviously, but they're really cheap, so it didn't really bother me too much. But I thought, when parents go, I'm going to get them to pick me up another one because this is just a bit annoying to use. So I'm still keeping it, obviously, but it's kind of like you can only use it if you're applying it with like a lip brush, and sometimes I just don't have time / can't be bothered. So I got them to get one for me as well. But the packaging is different, as you can see, like, obviously, but I think that they're the same colour, except this one's, it's the same number, 355, but this one's called Tempt Berry, but they look the same. Like, when you look at them in the bottom, like, I can't tell a difference. And when I swatched them next to each other, they were the same. So I think it's the same thing, but I could be wrong. But it's close enough that it's doing the job because it's in perfect condition, and that's really all I cared about. And I bought this because Ingrid, or Miss Glamorazzi, was using it quite a bit through Vlogmas, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Once again, it's a perfect autumn winter colour. But we don't actually have these. We have like the Covergirl lipsticks that are in this packaging, but we don't have this shade here in Australia, and this was the only shade I really cared about. So they're only like $5 in the States. So yeah, that. Another hard to get hold of thing here in Australia is the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga mascara, and this, I think this is being released here soon, but mascaras here, actually just makeup here in general, is very expensive. So this here in Australia would be at least $22 or $23, but over in the States, and this is after converting at like currency conversion and after adding on tax and all that stuff, only ended up costing me $11. So it's like $11, $23. That's a no-brainer. Plus I just really wanted to get my hands on this. So it's got a really big fat wand that's kind of like tapered, and I've been using this since I got it and I really, really like it. Yeah, it's just a really nice mascara. There's not really much else to say, but I just like it. Okay, now we're on to the very last thing, and this was, actually I was just excited about everything, so I can't say this was the most exciting thing for me because I love it all, but it's the Seche Vite top coat, and I know you're like, why do you care so much about a top coat? But this stuff is seriously great, and as far as I know, you can't get it here in Australia. So I got my friend to pick it up for me because I just needed it, because all the beauty bloggers seem to use this top coat and they love it. So yeah, and I've used it a few times, actually every single time I've been wearing nail polish since she brought it back, and it is seriously good stuff. Okay, so that is everything that I got my lovely friends and family to pick up for me when they went to America. Oh, I also got a Tiffany bracelet, but that's not really beauty, but there it is. I got that too. So yeah, I hope you guys like seeing what I picked, well, what I bought technically, but other people, you know what I mean. I hope you like seeing this haul. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to, and look out for these products in future tutorials. Okay, have a really great rest of the day, guys, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye!